Black women in America, or black people, period. This whole thing that is getting a lot of traction on TikTok, where we having these ridiculous ass diaspora wars where African people, and listen to it now, ready for it? African people who live in UK or other European countries that they're not from are constantly giving African American people shit about us rightfully being Americans. We are Americans. There is no such thing as, oh, where do you come from? You don't know your culture, or you don't know where you come from, motherfucker. We were the motherfuckers that you dirty bastards let these fucking white people steal, and you fucking sold us to these people from all over the entire continent of Africa. So check this out, right? We are African descendants who are nationally American. We earned our motherfucking stripes here, baby. We earned it so hard that we could trace back our roots to America 6 fucking grandmothers and grandfathers back. We spent 500 motherfucking years in this bitch. Okay? And when I say that, I mean all of North America, which is part of America. And you know the funny thing I also want to put out there, so that when these Caribbean people who go to Europe and want to try to fuck with African American people, ADOS people like myself, my family is from whatever Africans they found in America were here first. The Native American people that they brought here that became the American Indian or whatever you guys are calling them today, those people, the so-called $5 Indian, those people, those are my people. Those are my 4 people. The ones that were here already in America, the ones that came from Africa, and the Native Americans that were here supposedly when the white people came and found them. The majority of us people from Mississippi, Louisiana, and Florida, we have Native American lines to Cherokee, Choctaw. Okay? And there's one more. It's Choctaw, Cherokee, and Chickasaw or Chicopee, something like that. If you look up the 7 sovereign tribes of America, there's 7 nations, 7 Indian nations in America. You'll see what I'm talking about. And the majority of us from those 3 places, right? We have Native American in us, because when you look at those locations and you revisit the history of the wars that took place in those 3 specific, Seminole, I forgot about the Seminole Indians. When you look at the history of the wars that took place with those Native Americans, those Africans that later became African Americans, and how we were always living with them, having children with them, becoming part of their tribe, and etc. And all of the people that left from Mississippi and Louisiana, ran to Florida, and then ran all the fucking way to Mexico to be saved by the black Mexican president who was there at the time, and who literally told America very fucking boldly with all of his chest, whatever Native Americans and Africans, enslaved Africans, come to my country, they are free. If you fucking try to come for them, I will take my military and fucking destroy you. And that is what he did. Unfortunately, I'm old, so I can't remember the black Mexican president's name, but all Mexicans know who I'm talking about. And for black people who know their history like that, they know the president too. He was the only so far black Mexican president that they had. And he was the one that helped originate those black areas in Mexico where the black Mexican people live, who were the ones that ran away from America and migrated to Mexico. That's very much a part of American history. Like there's a part in there with Sitting Bull and what's the other great chief's name? Is Sitting Bull and oh my god. Sitting Bull and what's the other guy's name? Geronimo. No, not Geronimo. Is it he was an Apache chief. What the fuck was his name? Not Geronimo. It was another one. Anyway, look up the great Apache chief. The real, I know they made it into a fucking cartoon character because that's how fucking crazy white people are. But there was a real Apache chief besides Sitting Bull. It was another one. It was two big ones. And they both got locked up and they went to jail. When they broke them out of jail, they ran to Mexico too. And they also had black people in their tribe and stuff like that. They all fled to Mexico too under that black president. So, listen, your history runs deep in all of North America. So don't you ever let anybody make you feel like, oh, I don't know where I'm from in Africa and I don't speak African language, so therefore I'm inferior to Africans. Not in my book. Don't have you realized that it be the motherfuckers that don't live in Africa but living in white people's colonized countries and been colonized the same way African Americans were colonized, and they trying to make black people feel bad about where we were taken to and built this motherfucker up to the point where our so-called non-culture is known worldwide. Tell them to suck much dick when they come to you talking that bullshit. Because you know what the other thing is? Those Caribbean people, those African people that talk that shit, right? Caribbean people, you are just another fucking type of African people that had another stop on the boat and was taken to Jamaica, Haiti, or wherever, and your ass is just as fucking supposedly non-cultures as we are, because you ain't originally come from no fucking Jamaica or Haiti either. You were a bunch of slaves just like us, and your destination was Jamaica or Haiti, as ours was fucking America. And them motherfuckers that's popping all that shit about how we don't have no culture, nigga, if I want to learn your language, I can learn that shit tomorrow, okay? Your culture, I don't want shit to do with it, because all it does is oppress women and fucking mutilate the genitalia of little black girls in 3/4 of Africa. So you could keep that culture shit. I don't want no parts of it. As fucked up as it is, what I'm about to say is, even though us in slavery suffered horrific crimes against humanity, we are more free of a black people than any black people in the fucking world, because we don't come from black countries that beat down black women and girls, commit mass fucking black femicide every day, child rape, molestation, and murder, and prostitution. They proudly beating their chest about fucking culture. Look at the travesty and the trauma and the dehumanization that goes on in their countries when it comes to black women and girls. Kenya just recently, outside of all of this political drama and getting ready to get their ass kicked in by France and every other European country because they want their resources, among many other fucking African countries, Nigeria and a whole bunch of others, right? They treat their women like shit, and they use that Islamic religion to terrorize black women and girls. They're so ignorant. They believe that having sex with a baby cures AIDS. This shit is in documentaries. So the next time they pop that shit about culture, let them know your shit is too toxic for me. I'm good with my American one. Fuck you very much. And if you don't think my American culture has accomplished anything, then keep your ass home or stay in the UK and stop coming over here to America to leech off of the backs of us Africans that put in fucking work on this continent when your black ass didn't. All you did was stay on the other side being colonized and having your land ran a fucking muck. Man, fuck these motherfuckers.